uh, talked about the weather getting hot. We went to Godok, which is about 30 minutes away from where we live, to go to the dentist. Let's do the dentist first, and then we'll get back to the heat because it's hot. It ended up, we go to the dentist. That's the dentist that I ended up having the all the implants and the crowns and all the work that I ended up doing. Excellent service, so professional. Go back today to get a checkup, the yearly checkup and whatever. They did some cleaning. They did some scaling, cleaning, and then I guess a tooth had moved because I guess it does that as it gets older. So he took out the implant, or took out the tooth that was in the implant, and then they made some corrections on it and stuff like that so we could get the kind of lessen the gap that occurred. So we did that, and then the wife had to get some fillings done, so she got that done. And what's interesting is it was 1/3 the price of what it was when my wife checked at a dental clinic that was close to Camp Humphreys. 1/3. Now, yeah, we had to pay out of pocket. They don't take the military dental and so on and so forth, but it was 1/3 the price. So it was like, oh yeah. And we don't have dental insurance. We quit that because that was like with GEHA, 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 or whatever you want to call it. That ended up being $110 a month for me and the wife. And yeah, it was like, this visit here was like 150, 40,000 won, something like that, $100. So why are we spending, that times 12 to have dental insurance when we can just skip the dental insurance, pocket that money, and then just pay out of pocket, and we're still saving money on top of saving money. So yeah, it's something to think about. So if you're see those dental clinics that are right out the gate, unless you've got dental insurance and they're flipping the bill, you might want to look at Godok or some of these places that are further away. And yeah, better service, at least in our experience. I'm sure there's some good dentists around Camp Humphreys, but yeah, when you go to Godok, pretty good stuff. And the dentist that I had, he was actually the owner of the business, Yonsei GDS Dental, and I'll see if I can find a link for that, put a neighbor link down below in the description box. But yeah, excellent service, always professional, always great. And it was, even though it was a little bit traffic trying to get there, it was definitely worth it to get 1/3 of the price. So yeah, we got that going on. And as far as the heat, oh my gosh. So Godok, we had underground parking. So it was still hot, but it wasn't hot. And then as we're driving through Godok to go home, the temperature was 101, 102, 103. And it's by the big Samsung plant. We ended up driving by that. Yeah, 103 degrees. Good Lord. Oh, wow. The Korean summers are going to get hot. So yeah, and right now, since we're here in Pangsongup, we're stopping by, I don't know, the wife is at a grocery store. She's doing some shopping, and then they'll deliver it to the house because she wants to get a lot of stuff, which is wild. You can either go to the store, and if you order more than 50,000 won, they'll do free delivery to your apartment. Can't beat that. Or you could do what we did before, is order from Coupang and in the comfort of your own home. But the wife likes to pick her produce. So, a lot of the other stuff, but as far as produce, the wife is really picky about produce. So that's why she's here. She'll do the shopping, and then they'll just deliver it for free later on. So yeah, that's what we got going on. And as with any country, no matter where you go to the dentist, going back to the dentist thing, we're kind of circling back to that. Yeah, floss and brush and floss 3 times a day. Just keep those teeth in good condition because, yeah, you don't want to work on them. And then if you do that, then you save even more money, by doing that. So that is kind of a huge thing there. So, yeah, being retired in Korea, going to the dentist is very interesting. And even the technician, some people have been asking me, well, in that dentist office, what about the technicians? Do they speak English? Mm, no, but that's why we have cell phones. So it was interesting because I was chatting with a guy about this before, and he's like, well, you've got app translation on your phone, so just pull that out. And it was interesting because this lady who was the technician did an awesome job, by the way, with the cleaning and the scaling, cleaning, and all that stuff. She pulls out her phone, you know, text translation, boom, and it was like, yeah, there's no problems with that. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Floss, brush, save a ton of money. But yeah, there are differences. If you're close to a U.S. military base, prices will be higher. They will be higher. Do you really have to speak with the dental staff? Well, yeah, a little bit. It's not much. You know, you go to the dental office and then you get your x-rays. I had x-rays done today. And so, yeah, it's not really a big thing unless there's a lot of work to be done. But even then, the dentist, I think he was at like Harvard Dental School or whatever is where he went. So he had a pretty good command of English. But even then, I mean, you just sit in the chair, they do their stuff, you know. If there's any problems, pull out the phone, do the translation thing, let the phone do the work, and yeah, it's pretty easy. So pretty amazing stuff. And the place that we go to, it ends up that they do their own implants. So they print their own implants. So there's 3D printing, resin printing for dental, and they do it there at the office there. So yeah, it's like a one-stop shop type of thing. The best dental experience I have ever had in my life. So yeah, like CB says, let them do their job. You can't beat that. Let them do their job, and you just sit back. And you know, with the previous dentist that I had there, because I've had a couple, the one wasn't really good at English. He was okay. He's like, tap, tap, tap. You know, the same stuff you get in the United States. I guess that carries over to whatever country that you're in. You know, tap, 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 and, you know, close your mouth or whatever. Spit, rinse, you know, those seem to be universal English words in the dental world. So, but other than that, payment was not bad. You could either do it in cash. I try to do everything with card because it's so much easier. My wife likes using cash and counting out the coins and handing it all over. I'm just not big on that. I'm just like convenience. CB says, I'm older than you, but never had an implant. Yeah, I do pay $3,000 a crown in the USA. Oh, $3,000 for a crown? I had 4 implants and like 5 crowns, and all of that cost me $5,300. So, wow. But there's probably an insurance thing that's involved with that. So when you have dental insurance and then everybody ups their prices, and then the cost of living and all that stuff, and then insurance goes up, and then prices for dental goes up, and then more insurance goes up, and then it just keeps going up and up and up. So, yeah. CB says, I have no dental insurance. Ouch. Well, if you keep good care of your teeth, then, you know, like you do, you're good to go. You know, you can save that money. But yeah, we definitely didn't see the reason to pay $110 a month for dental insurance, and then, you know, going and getting a cleaning once a year you get a cleaning. It's like 60,000 won, which isn't much. And it's like, we'll just pocket the rest. And if there's something that's like a filling, we'll just pay out of pocket. We're still good to go. So yeah, no dental insurance. We lose money with dental insurance here in Korea. So, and the dental insurance that we had would not cover the implants or the big work that I wanted to get done. So it was just one of those things. It was kind of just another reason for me to return to Japan with my wife. Yeah, so Japan probably has cheaper prices than the United States as well, I'm guessing. That probably is. Japan, that would be a fun place to go to. We've actually talked about that. And it seems from what we've seen, if that makes sense, we've been checking on Japan and maybe going over there for 2-3 days, take a little trip, take a ferry or something, or even a plane, and then just kind of, check out Japan and take a little trip. I mean, we're retired, might as well. So, heck yeah. Yeah, definitely want to check out Japan. And one of the things that we want to check out, probably when it gets cooler, not now, but September, we're going to Vietnam. We're going to Sapa in September. So maybe some other time when it's real cool, maybe winter, I don't know. The Japanese hot springs, people have told us is really, really cool. And the wife showed me some cool videos. So there's a possibility of taking a little trip to Japan and check that out. So, and then eventually we want to try to get to the Philippines. So we want to do that. And then, but things come up in life. So we had that happen. And talking about things that come up in life, last night, it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. The wife wakes me up and she goes, "The toilet, wake up, it's a toilet." It's like, what? Go to the toilet. You don't have to wake me up. So it ends up that the water line that went from the wall to the bidet was like a plastic tube, and it's like 9 years old. The apartment complex is 9 years old. And the line split and it was spraying water everywhere. And good thing the Korean bathrooms have a drain. So, if it drained all night, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but had to get up. And then it's like looking for the knob to turn off the water, and there's no shutoff knob. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm tired. I'm water spraying everywhere. And it's like, okay, you turn the knob, nothing happens. I'm like, wait a second. That's for the main, but then this is for different. And so finally I'm looking at it and trying to figure out how I'm going to stop this water. And so I go back, I look for the shutoff for the apartment. I can't find that, which is something I need to do. And then, it's like a flex pipe thing, and like 1/4-inch PEX, kind of. And it is split, and the water pressure was crazy. I mean, it was like, whoa, they turned it on full blast. So finally I'm waking up from all this water spraying over everywhere. And then it's like I see the block of where you've got the hose coming out, and it looks like there's some a screw in there, not for a knob or anything, and it's a flat tip. So I told the wife, I said, "Get me a screwdriver." So there's actually the shutoff is a flat blade screwdriver, and so I was able to turn that off. But I think what we're going to end up doing is, and I love bidets. I love the bidet, especially this one that we have. Heated seat, it flushes automatically, which is nice. But what we ended up doing is having to, shut that off. And I think we're going to replace that with another toilet. What did you get?
We got some ice cream. So
got ice cream. Okay, got to go. So anyway, we shut all that off, and then we're thinking about getting a different toilet system, so to make it easier. So if the bidet breaks, you can still use the toilet. This one is like the toilet bowl and bidet,
all one set,
all one piece type of thing. But you can't flush the toilet if the bidet's broke. So we don't like that. So anyway, but we got ice cream, so we got to go. All right, see ya.